What is the purpose of the refrigerator? To preserve food for a longer period, that's logical. But very often we put in the fridge products that don't belong there, which deteriorate faster in the cold, lose their properties, and generally should not be stored there. Some of the items on this list might be quite unexpected for you. So, watch it until the end, as we'll thoroughly discuss which products should not be stored in the fridge. By the way, friends, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell too, don't miss the new video. Product number 1 is potatoes. It is no accident that farms store it in the cellar. What's wrong with the fridge for potatoes? The thing is, in the cold maintained in the refrigerator, potato starch will be converted directly into glucose, and consuming excess sugar is not recommended. Moreover, the taste qualities of the potato will also deteriorate. It has been proven that if we store potatoes at temperatures below +3 degrees and then boil them, carcinogens begin to form in the potatoes. That is, it's already dangerous for our health. The next product that is not recommended to be stored in the fridge is onions. The reason is that this very onion can mold in the fridge. Onions should be stored just like potatoes, in a dry and slightly cool place. And one more thing, never store potatoes and onions together in one pile. The thing is, when they lie together, the processes of decay only get activated and the product spoils much faster. The next point is honey. In fact, honey is such a unique product that it has almost no expiration date. And often, if we look at the packaging of honey, it even says directly, no expiration date. There are even calculations that for good, pure, quality honey, without any additives, the shelf life is about 2,000 years. Putting honey in the fridge makes no sense. It will be perfectly fine to store it at room temperature. It is recommended to store honey in a dark cupboard so that it is not exposed to sunlight, as this destroys some of the beneficial elements in it. But if we put honey in the fridge, it will negatively affect its physical consistency. We will simply disrupt its viscosity. And here's another life hack. If you bought honey and put it in the freezer, that is, at sub-zero temperatures, and the honey remained liquid, it means that the production of such honey violated the technology. And this is low-quality honey that has no practical benefit for our body. The next item is citrus fruits. This includes oranges, lemons, grapefruits, and so on. Surprisingly, they are not recommended to be put in the refrigerator either. The reason is that they will spoil, sour, and mold much faster there. Herbs. Here's an interesting point. We often indeed put herbs in the fridge, but what does it lead to? The herbs start to wilt very quickly, and they also lose their vitamins and beneficial antioxidants quite rapidly as a result of these processes. And even worse, people sometimes do when they put herbs in the fridge in a bag. In a plastic wrap, we simply guarantee that all our herbs will mold very quickly. And this, of course, will be impossible and unnecessary. By the way, if a small lump of mold appears in a large package, it does not mean that we can just throw away this lump of mold and calmly eat the product. No. If mold appears, you need to throw away the whole package, because mold spores have already spread 100% throughout the product. We just don't see them, but they are there, and it is not advisable to consume them. So if the product has mold, there is no need to just cut off that slice. You'll have to get rid of the whole product, so it's better not to let it get to that. How to store herbs correctly after all? It's strange, but diet specialists recommend freezing herbs in the freezer. And this is the most optimal option in terms of preserving their taste qualities and their beneficial vitamins and minerals. Moreover, several studies have shown that freezing herbs is even better than drying them, because the taste and vitamins are better preserved. The next item is olive oil. I think many of us have noticed that if you put olive oil in the fridge, it just freezes and becomes solid. There is also a certain life hack on how to check olive oil for counterfeiting. One way is to put it in the fridge, and if it doesn't freeze, if it doesn't become solid, then this is with 100% probability counterfeit olive oil. But on the other hand, some fakes are quite high quality and they also freeze. So if the oil still freezes, it is not a guarantee of the product's quality. The optimal temperature for olive oil is from 12 to 16 degrees Celsius. It is perfectly acceptable to store olive oil at room temperature. The next item is garlic. I think many of us have noticed how garlic that has been in the fridge for some time starts to sprout at an unprecedented speed. Due to the humidity, the garlic becomes soft and completely useless for cooking. So dryness and slight coolness are needed. And by the way, it has long been noted that such products as potatoes, onions, and garlic should never be stored in tight packages. That is, where there is no proper air circulation, because this also contributes to sprouting and rotting. The only exception is already peeled onions. It is really acceptable to wrap it in a bag. In other cases, no. The next item is watermelon. If we bought a good juicy watermelon, it is not recommended to put it in the fridge, as it will lead to a loss of its benefits. In particular, we will lose very valuable carotenoids, which are so beneficial for our body. The only exception is if we have already cut open the watermelon and sliced it into pieces. In this case, it is really only necessary to put it in the fridge. And surprisingly, it is still worth covering it with film in the fridge. That is, wrap it in a sealed polyethylene. By the way, friends, what about you? Do you put these products in the refrigerator? Or not? Or maybe you know examples of how to store some products correctly? Share in the comments, it will be interesting. And if you liked this video, then like and subscribe to my channel.